In this episode, we complete our pre-game timeline of Warframe, discovering who the Tenno are, waving to Wally, and finishing the old war for good. Enjoy! Warning, this episode contains massive spoilers for the Warframe story missions, as well as mentions of trauma and heavy violence.
So, what kind of plane traveler are you?
Uncomfortable. Dying. In distress. Vomiting.
I have a couple questions.
Screaming.
Okay. It's a very vague question.
Sweaty generally. I get sick when I'm getting on a plane a lot. Don't know if what that's related to. Maybe the stress. Stressed. That's another one.
I just kind of sleep and then wake up and read my book.
Tell me your secrets.
Let me walk you through a couple of scenarios. When are we arriving at the airport? How early? How much earlier?
Probably hey, fun fact, if you arrive half an hour before your flight, they get you through the express lane.
So you're a last minute rush man.
I shit you not, we made it on the flight home from Japan with probably about 10 minutes to go.
That's crazy.
We had to do an escape room. We missed the train.
That's fucking insane.
I mean, it
so you're
depends.
pretty shit at the escape room then?
No, we finished the escape room. Gemma lost her phone in the taxi.
Listen.
The escape room just made it tighter.
Was the escape room the taxi? You couldn't escape the taxi with your phone?
It does depend a little bit.
Okay.
Because if I am in complete control of the situation, as I am wont to like to be,
yes,
with my controlling tendencies,
we
then I'm going to get to the airport a long time before the flight.
Yes.
If I'm flying internationally, I will be there 3.5 hours, 4 hours beforehand. I'll take my time going through customs. I'll like to have my little routine of doing the peruse through duty free. I'll go find a drink somewhere. I'll have the classic pre-flight pint. Have a little bit of food.
Nothing hits more than a alcoholic drink at any time in the airport. Just hits so much harder.
So that, and then go back to the duty free a bit, sit around, maybe read my book, etc., etc. However, and then interstate flying within Australia, I will generally like to try and arrive there 2 hours beforehand, so I've got time for the same kind of thing.
Same what if you don't have check-in?
Sorry?
What if you don't have check-in?
I'd still get there early.
Okay.
But, in saying that, I am not immune to the joys of life. There's been especially the amount of flying that I've done for Lord of the Rings tournaments and stuff, where the flight's at 7 o'clock, work finishes at 4:30, and I have to drive to the airport and then get the bus from the carport to the airport. You do the math, I'm going to be cutting it a bit fine, but that's just how it goes sometimes, right?
Just how it goes sometimes.
You could book a later flight.
Well, no, because often when I'm doing those kind of tournaments, the flight times are really specific, and if I'm trying to be off the group to get lift from the airport or the other end.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Are you an aisle or windows?
Aisle.
Always aisle.
Also, have you ever looked at the spelling of aisle? It's fucked up.
ISLE.
AISLAL. It's it's a fucked up word. I love the window, but my bladder cannot do the window.
I spelt aisle correctly, but I'm talking about a small island.
Yeah,
island.
Yeah.
I was going back from New Zealand the other day, and there's nothing like sitting down in an aisle and being. By the way, I'm one of the last people gets on the plane. Are you whenever they call your number, you get immediately on?
No.
Or are you? I wait till everyone's on the plane and I line up.
Depends.
Okay.
How much stuff have I got to fit in the overhead?
Okay.
Because if I've got a big bag that I really need in the overhead, then you best believe I'm doing everything I can to get to my seat quickly so that I can get good monopoly in the overhead.
That's fair.
But if I've got small bag, it doesn't matter where it goes. I don't care if it ends up, because the thing that pisses me off is when I need my bag close by for laptop or whatever, and then the air hostesses come along and they're like, there's no space here. We're going to have to move your bag down to the other end of the plane. That shit pisses me off. So depends on the bag.
Too fair. Last time I flew, I was the last one on the plane, and I just put my bag 10 meters down the aisle, which is not the worst, but it's annoying. I sat down the plane and realized I was the last person, and I had a whole hour to myself. Oh, there's nothing like that.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
There's nothing like having a whole hour to yourself. You sleep or movie, or do other things.
I try to sleep, but I cannot get comfortable on a plane.
No, too big.
I'll be honest, I think it was really revealing of my bougie card when I saw, I think it was Doug talk about traveling somewhere, and he was just like, for the first time ever, I went to a lounge, and I was just like, yeah, lounge.
Lounges are quite nice. I've only been a couple times, but
My dad is a points fiend, and so therefore has like platinum everything. So every
I can see
time we
that.
go interstate with the family, it's just like, yeah, we sit in the lounge and drink wine for half an hour. But not even half an hour, 2 hours plus sandwiches.
I've never been to anything other than economy in my life.
If you ever have a long enough layover that it's a problem, but not long enough that you're going to leave the airport, like 5 to 7 hours, I would recommend looking and seeing if there's a place you can get a lounge, because they are very worth it. There's like full reclining chairs, you can have a little nap on, you get free food, you get breakfast, you get drinks, coffee,
some credit
refills,
credit
charging.
cards give you like bonuses. It's really nice.
Double check
They
that,
do.
100%.
I
They're good
I
options.
once got in with work and it was very nice.
It's real good. It's real good.
And the last question I have for you, so sorry. Duty free.
No.
I mean, I look, but I don't really tend to buy anything.
No, not a duty free
It
person.
looks, but it doesn't touch.
Oh.
Well, I also just don't really drink, not to be superior, but
Totally fair. Totally fair.
I just genuinely don't drink that much. I occasionally will text my parents and be like, what do you want?
yeah.
I mean,
it's nice for gifts. It's really good for gifts.
the
when you're with
alcohol is
someone.
like the least interesting part of duty free,
Yeah,
What do
but
you
the
usually
rest
get-
of it is expensive and I don't want to spend money.
but it's just cool and fun to look at.
It is fun to look at.
Gadgets, the tech's fun. Sometimes you can find good cheap things there, headphones wise. I love looking through all the fucking perfumes when I've got like an hour to kill.
A lot of
I
smells.
understand the wanting to look at gadgets and gizmos, but for the past few years at least, my reality has been that I'm going to be seeing gadgets and gizmos for 4 days a week for the next X number of weeks after I get back from holiday. I see gadgets and gizmos galore when I was working tech retail. Let's go. Speaking of,
Gadgets and gizmos?
sure, coming back,
Coming?
flying back somewhere, return
Sure.
flights. I don't fucking know. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Warframe. This specifically is episode 2 of our Warframe timeline / world building discussion episode. It's really hitting the afternoon and I'm feeling it.
What?
Yes.
What's a Warframe, guy?
What's a Warframe? Warframe is I'm going to go back to the full intro so that people, if you haven't listened to the first episode, you should. But just to get it very quickly out, Warframe is a third-person shooter, multiplayer, online action role-playing game released by Digital Extremes in 2013. Has general sort of sci-fi future vibes where you play as a Warframe who is fighting through a bunch of guys, and check out the previous episode for a slightly more detailed depth of that. But once you've finished that one, come right back here, keep the tab open.
One question I do have.
Yeah.
You didn't answer last time what a Warframe is. Will we get into that today?
We will. We will explicitly talk about the Warframes, what they are, and how they are created.
I was getting a little worried.
No, don't
That's
worry.
the name of the game.
It's the name of the game, and I certainly did mean to get there. Luckily, we have to go through hell to get there first. So, to recap briefly, our current major players that we have covered off are the Orokin, blue-skinned ruling class, dickheads, generally fairly murderous, and, well, not strictly murderous, but just very tyrannical.
Sure.
The Grineer, slave class, very much clones of clones of clones of clones of clones, all very indebted towards the Orokin, slave caste sort of society, bulk labor, low sort of mindset, etc. We've got the Corpus, corporation incarnate, big part of the society underneath the Orokin society. It's called Orokin Society. Orokin Society refers to all of them. The Orokin are the rulers of the Orokin Society. It's like saying King Edward's kingdom or whatever the fuck. You know, it's the kingdom is named after the guys at the top. We've also got the Sentients, who are the robots who have just flashed back into the Origin system after being told to fuck off, prepare Tau for the Orokin so they can go get some resources, decided, fuck that, we're going to come back and show these guys what for. We're going to get them. And a ship full of people that got lost in the void, being the Zariman 10-0. All good. Any questions?
Yeah. One question I have about this Zariman. Is that just what they called the ship?
Mhm.
Is there anything special about those people, like bioengineered about those people?
Not as far as I'm aware, no.
Cool. They're just normal guys.
just families of people. Specifically, the Zariman was built over a number of years, and the people who live in it for its flight, like, very much had been living in it already for 10 to 15 years because they had been establishing farming systems on the ship, developing culture, sort of getting indoctrinated to an Orokin-designed ship society to ensure that there wouldn't be any sort of bumps along the road. You don't want a bunch of random people crammed into a tin can 5 minutes before they take off.
Oh yeah. Did they choose this, or was it like a
Yes, there was a
draft?
lottery, and they were the lucky few who got to do it. Essentially, they were told that they would be the new frontier, setting up
So
new lands.
it was a lottery. It wasn't a.
It was a lottery,
we
yeah.
volunteered.
Considering that current state of society for most of Orican humanity is being a sort of feudal slave doing basic farming, or you can join the corpus who are probably going to make you work your nuts off.
It's an upgrade.
It's an upgrade to go and farm the open fields of a new untouched system to find the new frontier, or at least, find a way for humanity to escape this doomed system, even though it's the people at the top's fault that it's doomed in the first place. Whoa. Yes, that is the general gist of the Zariman.
Did you have any other questions?
No.
Happy. The Sentience attack.
Oh no.
Yes.
We return now as the Sentients have appeared once again in the Origin system. The Orican have tried their usual tactic, being throwing slaves at the problem. And making up some slurs or something, I assume. But nothing is working! The Grineer are not very well designed for combat. I don't know that this is true, but I've observed that a lot of the Grineer enemies carry things like shovels and tools more than they carry weapons. Doesn't mean they can't carry weapons, but I suspect that there's probably a correlation there between their innate biological sort of programming and the choice of weapon there. They're just like, this is what we're used to. We shovel people, That's based. Because they still brain people with them.
Huge, you could say.
Thankfully, ever resourcul and powerful.
They're built for rocks and manual labor. I'm sure they're very strong.
Yeah, exactly. So the shovel's going to do some damage.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just that they probably were... I also don't know, but it feels like it would be a thing the Orican would do to be like, you can't touch guns. That's in your brain.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
allergic to them, actually.
Yeah.
It's like your mum telling you that you're allergic to sugar when you're 5, so you don't go into... Anyway. Didn't happen to you guys?
No.
Cool.
Mum just said, don't eat too much of that. It'll make you fat. And I went,
Trusted
"Okay."
you? Trusted you? Didn't slowly drain the cupboard of all the joyous sugary cereals? Woof. Thankfully, ever resourceful and powerful, the Orican built themselves some robots to deal with it, as per usual, because that went so fucking well last time.
did.
We need to use the robots to fix the other robot problem.
The original attempts were called necramechs, which sounds super fucking cool and looks super cool if you do want to Google them. Necramechs, necramechs. And they were strong, powerful,
they're sick as
void
hell.
shielded, so using shield power from the void to protect themselves from
Damn.
void attacks.
They're like clockwork golems.
Yes, but also quite dumb. They were very specifically designed, as the Orican prefer, dumb robots.
Yeah.
No AI. We can't do this again. We've already got enough of an issue with the first lot.
Oh yeah.
They were very good defense automatons, and they have very good shields, but they got retired pretty fast. They were considered not super effective. The Sentients had so thoroughly outstripped them and were so much smarter and so much more able to equip themselves that the necramechs were kind of dead from the start. Which... When you Google necramechs, half of the first set of articles, like Reddit things and Warframe forum posts, are players complaining that they spent a bunch of time and effort getting a necramech in game, and they're like, "This thing's fucking useless." It's like, check the lore. You could have figured this out already.
It's lore accurate.
Lore accurate.
Well, they do seem to have shields and swords, which doesn't seem
They're
very useful in
extremely
a
good
shooter.
defensive characters. Units. That's
Sure.
a good one.
Yeah.
Yes. So they couldn't build a decent combat robot. But, being the Orican, maybe they could grow one.
Does seem to be their thing. They should stick to their little house.
As I love to do, I'm going to spring something on you that has existed the whole time but hasn't been relevant up until now. The Infected. Oh, actually, no. It's not the Infected. I think it's the Infested. And I think I had this wrong for half the script. Warframe. It is the Infested, I was right.
The infested. Okay.
Yes. Festering on the outer colonies for untold years, possibly since the honest-to-God year of our Lord 1998, and yes, it is 8 and not 9, don't at me, I read the emails, was a virus that would give them exactly what they need. The technocyte virus was a rapid-spreading, self-perpetuating, and extremely hardy virus, which would cause the victim's skin to harden, swell, and eventually warp the person into a sort of weird zombie flesh monster.
Wow, we haven't seen this before.
Haven't seen this before?
Hey, wait, I've seen this one before.
I'm
So it's a
genuinely
classic.
blanking. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The Tyranids, the flood.
Oh yeah, perfect. There's a bunch of these.
Yeah.
The
There
one
are-
from the sci-fi that you did that's not BioShock?
Halo.
No,
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
Oh, which one's
The Reapers, wasn't it?
The Reapers are they're robots.
Yeah, but they're blobby.
Yeah.
They got that blobby vibe.
They do actually. No, yeah.
A lot of
they do.
a lot of the
actually
sci-fi
do that,
aesthetics
yeah.
kind of mirror each other through the
do,
void
yeah.
being like the warp. Anyway.
They're more technovirus because they're more like a techno race. Techno.
Well, this
yeah.
is a technovirus as well. Don't worry about it.
cool.
It grows sharp claws, fangs, and talons on the body, and also causes a sort of madness in the host, causing them to get very base level thoughts. The
thoughts.
virus had also had the ability to communicate within and throughout its infected hosts, becoming a sort of hive mind that learned and absorbed as it grew.
Fucking hive minds,
Who's
man.
seen
It's
this
back.
coming? The infections are hive mind. Welcome back, fucking Tyranids from 40k. Let's go.
Welcome back, Tyranids. Welcome back, the flood. Welcome back, Reapers.
And
They all have a
sayonara
hive
again,
mind.
because we got to keep going, because this script's mildly longer than the last one. As the virus, the hive mind also does have the ability to communicate wirelessly, which I found very funny, because there's a little antenna thing that drops off some of them that allows them to communicate wirelessly, which that's a flesh
That's pretty
robot.
funny.
That's not
Pretty
a
funny.
wires. There's no wires to begin with. I hope. However, it does also make a little bit more sense because the virus is cited multiple times to be techno-organic, although that is very much a theme with the Orokin, where there's this weird sort of semi-tech, mostly bio, kind of a weird eventual hundreds of thousands of years in the future, we figured out this is kind of the thing that we like doing.
So they made this in
Vibe.
1998. Or discovered this.
It's a long story that I don't have written here because I might do a third episode on this, to be totally honest, because I really do like the storyline. Don't go Googling it yet.
We've got to finish our virus thing from space.
We got to get the guys back out of the void first. I'll be real. However, for now, the Orokin scientists get their hands on little samples of it and get to work siphoning and squeezing out the best strains. Eventually, they create the Helminth strain.
The fucking what?
The Helminth strain, Helminth, which when put into test subjects, quote directly, volunteers or not, would turn them into steel-skinned, reinforced, interlinked perfection. All while keeping the mind untouched by the usual effects of madness. That sort of base level
Great.
thought.
Awesome.
What you're probably seeing if you Google the name is Big Mouth.
Big Mouth
Big
and
Mouth.
horse.
Have you seen Big Mouth?
Big Mouth is here.
Big Mouth is your best mate on your ship that you use.
Nice.
Long story short, that is the actual original sample of this particular strain of the virus. The researchers who were using it just kind of chuck people into it. It kind of like munches on them for a minute and then spits them back out as one of the infested with this virus in them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, as said, steel-skinned, it mentions the organs are interlinked, which is, I don't know what the fuck that means. I hope it means reinforced, but it could also just mean it starts making little loops, have a little fun. Your lungs are in your liver now.
They got a horse too.
Oh, little loops!
This is
What's ChatGPT got to contribute?
fucking Gemini on the Android phone, my guy. Wants to know everything about me.
Please clarify what you mean by little
Please
loops.
clarify what you mean by little loops. These creatures were these metal humanoid sort of creatures that were spat out were eventually dubbed Warframes.
Oh, so these are Warframes.
These are Warframes. Warframes
Warframes
are
is a gross little virus thing?
Warframes are a human who has been infected with this particular, the Helminth strain of the technocyte virus, which turns their skin metallic and hard, interlinks their organs in such a way where they're kind of reinforced, and essentially just makes them into like a full body flesh to metal suit of armor. If you look up Warframe, all of them will Warframe player character. I don't know.
Is it just Warframe and then
I
the
guess
characters?
Warframe, and then you see a bunch of metal guys with funny looking heads.
Yeah.
So are they kind of like androids?
You can describe them. They're still humans.
Yeah, an android. It's a tech human, isn't it?
Yeah.
cyborg.
Cyborg. Android, you're right. Cyborg is
Closer to like a very extreme version of a cyborg, yes.
Yeah.
Technically just the brain left alone.
It's kind of different because they're all different, but they're mostly like very sleek humans with some wearing like armor, very metallic with plates everywhere of like shielding. And they all have weird but different heads. Very sleek, very metallic, very I don't know what else. They kind of look like the elites, what the elites wear in Halo, kind of like the evil version of Reed Richards. I can't remember what his fucking name is. Evil Reed Richards in the Ultimate Universe. Called the Maker. Kind of like the Maker guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit of a they're weird fellows. Anything you like to add, Jude?
No.
If you ever see the Warframe posters or see the Warframe game, you now know what the guy on the poster is, which is
a Warframe.
Warframe, human-infested technocyte virus by the Helminth strain, which turns your body into metal.
Kind of gross. He also has a hammerhead kind of head.
There's a couple of them that have little mutation things, yeah, for sure. The technocyte virus does like to put little goobers on you, and this particular strain, while it makes you metallic and sleek, still likes putting little spikes on you.
It honestly reminds me of Davy Jones guys in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
But if they were robots.
100%. I totally agree with you. So, yeah, again, metal
crew,
bodies, brains otherwise untouched. Pleased with their work that they'd done on these wonderful little guys, the Orokin set these warriors upon the sentience.
Oh, lovely.
And
5 twos.
I've gotten a little bit aggro here, but what do you think happened?
They fucked up the sentience.
I think they went, "Oh, you're robots. We're robots. We'll team up. Fuck those guys who sent us."
Kind of, but both wrong in a different way. The brain is untouched. The quote that I mentioned at the start are volunteers or not.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, while these are metallic suited creatures, that's a person who's probably been kidnapped inside there, and they're just like, yeah, okay, super human body creature, go fight these big fucking robots who are coming for us, not you, us. Go murder them for us.
Yeah.
They all universally went, no, actually, we're good. And just kind of went,
damn.
They were effective for a little bit before they then got combat experienced and went, oh, we're fucking crazy good at this. Beyond that, I don't know any specific quotes about this, so I might be wrong here, but I'm fairly sure that getting your entire body turned to a mixture of metal and reinforced stuff and all this sort of thing, not comfortable, probably not a great thing for the psyche.
Yeah.
So they turned on them, of course. They turned on them and said, no thanks, we're good.
What kind of things can they do? Are they just like really efficient fighters?
So at this point, they are metallic skinned. The technocyte virus creates those sort of like talons and scythes and stuff, so some of them have sort of metallic bodies, but generally they are just more or less armored humanoid, very strong, pretty fast and stamina hardy, but ultimately just upgraded humans to a degree.
Yeah, superhumans.
Superhumans. You may have seen some other things which are making you question why do they have the other things. I'm referencing the fact that you may have seen Warframes have like electrical abilities or, throwing stuff around with their telekinetic abilities and stuff.
Nope.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Totally fine. In all seriousness, the Warframes had a problem of still ultimately being a human in a body warped by a virus. Of the ones who still felt anything at all, they felt fear and rage. The Orokin had to admit that they couldn't use them alone, but then the Orokin kept on cooking.
Of course they did.
What if we were able to mind control them?
Yeah,
that always goes well.
Using a newly developed tech called transference, they would be able to use these bodies like drones and get all of the effectiveness of their hardened bodies while also having the strength of will to not, murder their creators. Downside of the transference transference? I don't know if that's the right term. There's two words that are very, very similar, and one of them is taking over a body, and one of them is controlling a person. Apologies if I get them wrong. I'm going to call it transference because I'm pretty sure that's right.
Transference is switching.
I feel like it is, but I also you can't Google too much of it because you might find something wrong. We're going to call it transference for now. Don't worry about it. However, transference is not something that the Orokin could do. At this point in the timeline, they have figured out a way to do it, but they themselves can't do it. Another group can. Who would pilot them? Also, the Orokin are far too neurotic to ever do anything so nasty.
No, of course,
Getting down in the battlefield.
Gosh.
But they go into children currently, right? To be immortal.
Yeah, but-
what's that one called?
Yeah.
That's called like you called it something else before.
It
that's
is
transference to me.
continuity.
That's continuity,
Transference
yeah.
is taking control of someone.
Yeah.
Continuity is taking their body.
Yeah.
Sure.
Apologies. So, who's going to pilot them?
The gamers.
Not far off. The children.
Hey.
Fuck me.
The children. Who are the children?
Who are the fucking the children of the children? What do you mean who are the children? Where'd they get these children? They grew them?
Unbeknownst to the rest of the galaxy, days after the Zariman 10-0 had disappeared, it had reappeared exactly where it had left from.
And no one said anything?
I will say, sources vary on this. Some of them say years. The only first-person account I found says days, but it's also from like 2013, 14. They've got a new creative director. Some things say that they, the quote directly says, you reopened the case days after you closed it. And she's like, yeah, well, because we found it again. And it's like, okay, so what? That's like, 2 weeks. But also, the two options there are either that the Zariman disappeared and reappeared during the war, in which case, that makes more sense, but that doesn't line up with the days thing. Or the Orokin are having the worst fucking week in existence, or, my suspicion, the timeline's fucked, which, sure.
Bit of both, maybe.
It happens.
It happens. Listen, we know it happens.
They're back.
We know it happens. It happens around here a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, discovering the Zariman, the Orokin go to investigate. Coming aboard, the investigation crew found no adults alive, having all been killed during their brief disappearance. All that were left were the children, scared and confused.
Somebody think of the children.
When the rescuers went to interact with them, though, they were hurt very severely, some being scarred or blinded, as the children lashed out with unexplainable psychic powers.
They got psychic powers from the void. Where have I seen this before?
Nice.
See, when the Zariman? I misspelled that. Zariman had entered the void, something had taken hold of the ship. All adults present had been mind-warped, feral, violent, and hunting for prey. No trace of their original humanity. Hunting down their children.
Fuck. That's fucking horrific.
The children themselves had few options in what you would term self-defense, being the fact that they're children. So, by and large, they barricaded themselves in wherever they could, remained quiet, and prayed that they wouldn't be heard. As time ticks on, banging is heard from the corridor outside. We're going to slide now from sort of overarching narrative storytelling into a first-person perspective, because this is a scene that we play as the character. As time ticked on, the banging is heard from the corridor outside. The child that you play as in the game finds something strange while walking around reassuring the other children, trying to keep some calm, carry a light around. A child at the back of the classroom, tapping on a semi-shattered window, who was definitely not there a minute ago. As you reach out to try and greet them or reassure them, the player is met with their own face turning back to look at them, with a uncannily wide grin smile upon its face.
I'm good. I'm good.
This creature was, as Warframe's players would know him, Wally,
Wally?
which is short for the man in the wall.
Nice.
Wally.
I love that.
Okay, where's Wally? We found him.
The next title. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. We turned from a sci-fi universe to a horror game.
I got something special for you guys. Ready for this?
Uh-huh.
You know how we went into a rabbit hole to figure out what happened to Zariman? We're going into another rabbit hole to figure out what the fuck the man in the wall is.
Uh-huh.
We need to rewind all the way back to the first void entry by the Orokin from the last episode, Albrecht and Trani, who I
Yes.
mentioned as the discoverer of the void.
Uh-huh.
His first entrance into the void, as all things with the Orokin happen to do, did not go great.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
While opening the portal went okay, he had finally succeeded in these experiments, managed to pull open a hole to the void willingly and knowingly. He stood inside a protective glass bell, which similar to a diving bell, if you know, like lowers to the seafloor so that people can see stuff.
Sure.
He had created so that he could step into the void and not be affected too badly by the interdimensional energies. As the gate opened, Albrecht was hit by a massive wave of energy as the new reality bore down upon him. He saw essentially a black and white inversion of our universe. Imagine white sort of background with swirling colored energy and dotted black stars across the sky. A upside down inverted world, the void, as we discussed it.
Mm-hmm. Very, very, very Stranger Things.
As he was hit by this energy, he stumbled, pushing the glass against the edge of the portal, a razor-thin edge of literal reality, which instantly smashed the glass. Albrecht fell through the portal, raw dog, into the unknown void beyond. He was pretty sure he was going to die. As he retells it, he's like, I saw my life flash before my eyes. I was fucked. I was dead.
Yeah, you'd think so.
He didn't die, though, instead finding himself on the floor of his lab. Having imagined that the experiment had failed, he stands up to right himself, to look at his assistants and things, before looking into his own face.
Okay.
Another uncannily wide grin looking back at him as he saw his lab floor, no walls, into this endless void of emptiness, the dark swirling energies, the stars, all this laid out before him.
He met Wally?
He met Wally. This other version of him, in true nightmare of writing, so I've quoted it here, held out a hand, whispered his mother's childhood nickname for him, being Little Bengal, and an incredibly written sentence, slid towards him as if the space between them was collapsing. Stepping into an upside-down realm, seeing a mirror version of yourself with an uncannily wide smile, collapsing the distance between you as it accelerates towards you. Horrifying image.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Horrifying image.
I can take him.
I'm good. Just kill me now.
Albrecht, rightly so, ran for his fucking life.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, nice. Where's he going?
Back towards the portal.
Oh, see, there is a portal
The portal is still open.
Okay.
He threw himself back through the portal and, unable to speak, wrote "close it" on the ground in his own blood. His hand had been cut open by the glass shattered it of his containment thing. And someone must have followed the order or figured out that if their boss was on the ground with his hands bleeding, kind of scribbling at the floor, probably close it.
Yeah.
And the next, someone must have done it, because the next thing Albrecht saw was all that was left of his weird doppelganger, a set of fingers on the ground left behind from his doppelganger, just barely missing getting through the portal, having his fingers cut off as the gate closed.
Oh, God. At least got a spare set of fingers.
Mm-hmm. So, to be back into storytelling mode, we're back out. Welcome back to the thing.
Yay.
That's Albrecht and Charney's first attempt at the void. As you may realise from the rest of the timeline, he was like, cool, let's keep working on this.
Yeah,
Naturally,
why?
yeah.
Fuck that. I would never touch that again.
There is a good reason for it. I'll get to it. Well, good reason. Good reason by the Orokin standard, which they don't have good reasons. The man in the wall is a creature of completely unknown origin still to this day. He is the greatest mystery in Warframe lore, just as an unknown entity. He exists within, or perhaps is, the void itself. Again, I got to this point in the script and I was like, the void's ironic. They must have called it that before Albrecht figured out there was shit in there, because this is not a void by any fucking means.
Yeah, there's a lot
Void
there.
implies there's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's so much shit going on.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying they were calling it before Aldrich went in there. So.
Yes, there were void chasm, void prisms, void storms. Those were the little interactions.
It very much reminds me of like Caroline kind of shit. You know?
Yes.
The mother and stuff like that. You ever read those books? There's a line in those books when she was traveling between worlds that describes there was a creature watching her far older and far scarier than the mother itself. Just that one like sentence in there about it, and they never bring it up again. It's like
spooky as fuck. So ominous. Again, it's one of those things of the less you know about the creature, the worse it is. And for like horror movies, that's the less you show of it.
Yeah.
But for this, I love how much it's just like, this thing is doing like eldritch things in such a real, like sliding towards you as the space between you collapses is such like a visual, like gritty image in my mind of like what I mean by good eldritch horror.
Yeah.
So the man in the wall Wally. It seems like that the instant you enter the void, this creature becomes aware of your entire existence, as Ulbricht recalls seeing his memories flash before his eyes. He thought that was him, thinking he was going to fucking die falling into the void, but could possibly have been the void looking back into him. And often using childhood nicknames to interact with you, terms of familiar affection, all these sort of things while wearing your own face.
Delightful.
It's also a very tricky warlock patron-coded son of a gun, classic for beings with indecipherable dimensions, looking at you, Bill Cipher, as it offers deals to those who it interacts with sometimes. Which brings us, again, we're going to pull back out of
Back to the children?
back out of that rabbit hole. We've figured out what happened with the void, and Ulbricht and Trani, the first time he talked to him, back up we go. We're back in the Zariman, in the void, lost, kids getting... door guy in the corner of the room who we have never seen before who turns around with your face.
Main character, yeah.
Main character, correct. You are also a kid in this. Wally offers the operator, which is the name for the main character. It's just the operator. The chance to save every kid in this place. With a handshake agreement, every child on the ship gains terrifying void powers, from beams of light that can sear flesh, to lightning, to magnetic manipulation, to incredible speed. Essentially just superpowers.
I'd make that deal.
I'd make that deal.
Damn
It's
good
a damn good deal.
Damn good deal.
They kill the adults, many of which are, of course, because of how the ship is set up, their own parents.
Yep.
Cool.
Delightful.
Traumatizing them for life.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to pull up another layer, back out, to... This is what the Orokin find when they inspect the return ship. They reach out to these children who have been so thoroughly traumatized and get fucking beamed by their void powers. Are we all okay?
Yep.
But I mean, the Orokin did, wow, what a useful weapon to use.
Yeah.
You know it, baby.
What a fucking jackpot.
You know it,
Yeah.
baby. Oh, I'm so glad you understand. I was worried that this wasn't going to make sense, and I'm thrilled with that, because I was like, I've just written a double rabbit hole. That's cringe. Nonetheless,
It makes sense. You couldn't have explained that earlier, but it would have made no sense. I'm glad
it would
you
have been one of
explained
those
that
things
order.
where I would have thrown it out there, and it wouldn't have been relevant till the next episode. And it's like, I'm just going to can this.
It's a good way to do that, yeah.
Why? I was up all night, baby. Anyway. Returning on the... They find a bunch of traumatized super kids.
Yeah.
These are taken for studying, and the entire incident is covered up. Hide this, don't tell anyone about the superpowered kids. The Zariman's back for a minute, but also...
Wow, taking the superpowered kids and using them in
not mentioning
experiments
them.
soldiers? Where have I seen that before?
Exactly.
I don't know.
With the surviving kids being given the nickname of Tennos, coming from the ship's designation, Tenno, 10-0, the Zariman 10-0.
Sure.
Which are the Tenno, i.e., if you remember, you probably don't from the first episode, I'm just going back, don't worry.
Yep.
The Tenno are technically the ones who you play as, to quote, monuments of an ancient warrior caste scattered across frail worlds who fought back, bringing an end to an empire. Then they left.
So you don't play as a Warframe?
You play as a Tenno controlling a Warframe.
Oh, right. Through that thing you told about.
Through the transference.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's kind
of see why this is such a fucking nightmare to explain. It's like, who are the guys on the cover? It's like, give me fucking 2 hours real quick.
Kind of horrific. Are they happy about it or not happy about it? You're controlling
We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
This is the next part of this that comes
sure,
up here.
Sorry.
No, not at all. I appreciate the question because it means that I've written the script right. Anyway, the Tenno or the Tenno. So, we got pilots for these fucking Warframes.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Thanks for coming out of that rabbit hole with me. It's probably not going to be the last one that this game will throw at you. I still haven't told you about the tow engine. The Tenno children were taken care of by the Archimedean, or Orokin scientist tier, Margulis, a senior scientist who vowed to protect the children, having just a mite bit more empathy than most of the Orokin. Orokin's their old pronunciation. Orokin's the new pronunciation. I've mixed them up. Don't worry about it. I'm just using regional dialects. Who dubbed them, had a bit more empathy than the other Orokin, who the rest of them, other than this lady who was taking care of them, had dubbed them Void Demons, which...
Kind of sick name, though.
Kind of fair.
Yeah.
Kind of fair.
Kind of sick name.
Kind of sick, kind of fair.
I just found one of the children in this Reddit post called Ben Tenno-son.
Fuck.
It's kind of sick.
Fuck.
Fuck yeah, Ben Tenno-son.
They weren't entirely wrong, though, as a few incidents showed that the children's powers that they had gained were uncontrollable, dangerous to themselves and everyone around them.
Yeah, sounds like
they
it.
had a few fatalities.
Yeah. He sounds like mutants from, like, X-Men.
Yeah, I mean, very much like all of them are the, like, level 1, level 10, what's the...
Omega level?
Omega level, like, uncontrolled if this is not trained type mutant. Of course, I'm not good at training the Orokin, so we're not going to do that. After some research, Margulis discovered that the children could be put into a trance state and settle their powers much more easily, being able to, like, not murder everyone. Like, it sounds bad of, like, trance state, we'll put them to sleep.
Yeah.
But, like, these kids were actively, like, accidentally killing themselves.
Like, giving them sedatives.
It's like the kid came out of the void with 2 rocket launchers strapped to its, like, arms. It's like...
And you're like, okay, let's maybe
I would
slow
rather
you
this
down.
thing be asleep. We can figure out how to deal with this when we have it asleep and it's not going to blow us up.
It's training wheels.
Exactly. By putting them to sleep. But discovering that, Margulis summarized that being in this trance state and in the state of dreaming, in the state of sleeping, these Tenno were able to better control their powers, at least, very least, put a hold on them. If they were in a state of lucid dreaming of some sort, she theorized, maybe it could be a way that they could, use them without exploding everything.
Sure.
She was warned about this involvement with these children by someone close to her, and they told her to stop this because they will kill you, or you'll get hurt, or your research will be misused, and you'll have to do something for these kids that isn't going to be, like, you don't want to be part of this. It is cruel, but these kids are not going to turn out well regardless.
You fuck around, you find out.
Correct.
Yeah.
However, in the time that she was with them, the Tenno were extremely endeared towards Margulis and essentially began to see her as a new mother figure, all having been severely traumatized, to whatever point they were at, they were grasping to whatever they could, especially considering they killed their own parents.
Yeah, their parents did turn into, like, monsters that want to eat them.
Still had their faces.
Yeah, it's horrific.
Sorry, that was rough. Woo. Her research was eventually... Oh, no, sorry. Back up a step. She was warned about being sympathetic with them and being careful around them. She was endangering herself and the kids, but she did continue her research, and for her efforts, she got blinded. In a freak accident. These superpowered kids...
Freak accident.
Freak accident.
I think she's doing good. She's doing God's work. She's got
doing
blinded.
the work that none of the other Tenno want to do. None of the other Orokin want to do.
What do the other Orion want to just kill them?
The other Orokin have no fucking idea what they want to do.
Okay.
They kind of wanted to kill them originally because they're like, but then after Margulis managed to kind of cool them and be like, hey, they're not going to explode yet. Let's figure out what the fuck is going on with all this. Let's actually try and figure this out. They were like, okay, we'll see what's happening.
I'm sure talking like that is really good for the audio medium.
That's why I'm doing it into the mic. I hope it's interpretable.
Yeah,
we'll find
it's
out. And if it's not, then you can tell me on the Discord. Or you can pay us on Patreon.
I shouldn't have pointed out. I knew you'd do it more.
To be clear, the idea was eventually embraced by the other Orokin researchers, because the transference system that I mentioned earlier was designed for the Tenno children.
Of course.
It was a dreaming state in which they could enter another body. Originally, these were Tenno sort of training droids that Margulis had created. Being bioengineers, they had the ability to make sort of synthetic-brained creatures that they could kind of chill out in. And they could have a more normal existence than they would usually have, being able to walk around without worrying about exploding, which was cool.
Okay.
However, of course, eventually the Orokins were like, let's put them in the fucking metal things we made, the Warframes.
We need someone to pilot these things.
We do.
Exactly. So, the research was eventually completed, resulting in the Reservoir, series of sleeping pods from which the kids could use transference to control drones and allowed them to live much more freely and, more importantly, keeping them sane, keeping them safe. Really bad analogy, but... actually, I've got a better one. Grapes on a vine, like, that sort of structure, just that, but sleeping pods in, like, a little tree thing under a lake.
That's really
Keep them all
nice.
safe, keep them all free, and also, for some reason, stops them aging. I don't know why.
Sure.
Just accidental. They invented immortality again. They'd done it already, so it's not that impressive.
Deep
But
freeze them, yeah.
at least it didn't involve taking over other people, but maybe it had something to do with the void powers. I don't know. I didn't look that close.
When they're in their Warframe,
Yes.
can they use their powers?
I'll get to that in a sec. The transference system was exactly what they've been looking for, a way to control these very strong warframes, which again, as said, brings us full circle back to the warframes. To be clear, Margulis was against this idea.
She's like, they're my kids, I don't want you to send to war.
She did not want to send the kids to war. So they executed her. Using the Jade Light.
Yep.
So honourable death.
Honourable death.
Honourable death. Disintegration ray. Turned to dust.
You did good with these kids, but you've outlived your usefulness.
Fun fact as well, she was executed by her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Damn.
Rough. Rough.
Dude, how many of these kids are there?
That's a really good question, and I'm angry that you asked it because I should know, but I don't.
Like, is there 20? Is there hundreds?
Many?
Are there thousands?
There were a lot of people on the Zariman, like families-wise. So, like 1/3 / quarter of that amount.
From the group I've seen, is like there seems to be at least like 20, at least 20. But there might be more.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, from the image of the reservoir that we've seen, people have counted it and gone, yeah, there's like 500-ish in there. But also,
obviously some killed, probably blew up and stuff like that.
But also, there were like a lot of people on the Zariman. 10
not all of them survived, I'm sure.
Population. No, for sure. I agree with that. But it's also... Oh, right. The Zariman 10-0 is a colony ship that disappeared into the void. Its population is estimated to be in the millions. Says AI overview. Fuck, I need to disable that on this computer.
This one estimates that about 486 Tenno.
That's the one referring to the pods in the reservoir, which isn't correct.
Okay.
Apologies. 50 million canonical Tenno, someone says on the top.
That's a lot more than I thought there was.
No, because it's a full colony ship. They're planning to go and populate another galaxy.
But I'm sure not all of them survived.
No. So, 190,000 souls on board. 190 million souls on board, sorry.
Why is it not the 500? Is that only one? It's like one room.
500 is one tree of pods that is in the reservoir that the Tenno are sleeping in.
Sure.
There's a lot of them, and they're on the moon, so there's more space for reservoirs.
But there's like hundreds.
There's a fuckload of them.
There's thousands.
There's at least 78,000 of them active every day.
Oh yeah. I guess in I guess if you count each person playing online, yeah. That makes sense.
Nonetheless, the Orokin, obviously, doing this to Margulis wasn't ideal. She was extremely strong researcher and very important to the Tenno. However, they had essentially just managed to put the pieces together on a full metal, very fast, very strong, and now void power empowered warrior, and they were going to fucking go for it, considering that, reminder, the sentients are attacking.
Yeah.
They're under assault by a bunch of robots that they sent off to go and do work for them.
Oh, yeah.
The Orokin's problems are entirely of their own creation. Like, to the nth degree. There's nothing here that they didn't create themselves.
Yep, they are living in a universe of their own creation.
The only thing that they technically can't be blamed for is the infestation, but even, that's not really a problem for them. It kind of just made the warframes for them. They've got bennies out of that. The only thing they didn't make is giving them bennies.
Yeah.
They pissed their bed and they're living in it.
They pissed their bed. That's so good. I love that. Tiny silver lining here that I did find and thought was funny. The warframes and the Tenno, so the warframe metal bodies and the Tenno psychic children, actually get along really well because they're both hyper traumatized, body warped people. So when the Tenno are like, "Hey, I'm going to take over your brain," the warframe's like, "Oh, hi, great to see you."
So they don't mind?
They probably mind being taken to war, but also neither of them really have a choice.
So they can't fight back against the
I don't know fully what the deal is with the religious following of it. There is an explanation for it in a second here, but it's
are the kids indoctrinized, or do they not?
They're indoctrinated.
Okay, so they think they need to be fighting this war.
Yeah, whether the warframes are indoctrinated, but also it's said that they get along, but also the warframes are getting controlled by the Tenno, so whatever. Nonetheless, the Orokin form the
complicated
Tenno focus schools where they taught the children to serve them, to value loyalty, all the get the good stuff in first, as well as how to wield weapons, how to focus their power and shoot guns and move around real fast in their cool warframe bodies.
Pretty sure that's Xavier's school.
Pretty much, yeah. Except it's robot children piloted by psychic void children from a accidental space incident.
Same stuff.
Nightmare. With this training and the massive increase in combat capability, the Orokin turned the tides of war.
I hope so.
Finally doing real damage to the sentients for probably about the next 100 years or so.
Fuck yeah.
This is a galactic scale conflict, though, so it's going to take a bit.
They're sentient robots who can calculate fucking anything, but you can't fucking calculate the Void Children. That's like, how do you predict that?
This
shit?
one coming. It's a bit of a curveball.
Yeah, exactly. How do you predict that fucking bitch?
So it kind of gives me vibes of counterspell this.
Yeah.
Just punch him in the face, yeah.
Right.
But it's the opposite way around. Instead of punching in the face, they counterspell. It's bringing magic to a gunfight. So they get to use their powers
They
in
get
their
to use
Warframe?
their powers through the Warframe. They get to control it. The Warframe that you choose decides your powers, which I don't technically know if that's fully right. Possibly you could
It
interpret
might
it.
just be a game mechanic.
It could also
maybe.
be that the children all... Because the only one that I have seen myself the children use is the beam attack, because there's a comic called Rel where one of the children just like fires a fucking beam at them. So it's possible that the children are just able to channel void energy.
Yeah.
And the Warframe bodies themselves are like tuned so that they use the power in different
It
ways.
interprets it, yeah.
They know how to use void power. They've had the solar rails for fucking years now. So
That's true.
it's not impossible that that's the answer. I don't know. Find out in the comments because someone will tell you.
I do love when a power is just beam.
Beam attack.
Beam, you die.
attack.
Yeah.
It's fucking Iron Man beam for sure.
Iron Man beam, any sort of beams are just like, oh, beam, you die.
Beam's
Sorry.
good. I love beam.
You just
Beam's
got
simple. Marvel Rivals fanboy over here. You play Iron Man?
There's like 5 beam characters, and I watched a short the other day. There was just all the beam characters beaming people, and it was fucking hilarious.
Great. I love a beam. God damn.
Yeah.
All right. I've got a breather here because this final stretch, I'll be totally honest, is a bit wonky. It's a bit wonky in terms of like I didn't do a great job of retelling it because it involves a full story plot line that I didn't want to go into the details of because then that's just the game, but also
How close are we to the game?
very close. Very close.
So the old war is still happening?
Yes. Sorry. Okay. By very close, I mean spoiler warning, we'll get to the end of the old war, and then there's probably about another maybe couple hundred to couple thousand years before the next thing, but it's not going to change the players at the scene.
Yeah.
Like, the Grenier will still be around, the Corpus will still be around.
The kids are immortal.
The kids are immortal. Like, everyone who's there will still be there. It's just it's Melbourne 10 years ago versus Melbourne now. It's just a growth of society kind
Are
of thing.
the tech guys, what are they called again? Warframes.
Yes.
The name of the game.
Yeah.
Are they immortal?
I don't know, but being made of metal makes me think probably.
Maybe. Okay, that's cool.
So what you're saying is, Matt and I should slurp this lovely, tasty water and let you yap.
For sure, if you'd like to. I mean, I'm happy to keep yapping about Spider-Man. What do we talk about?
What? You said you
Marvel Rivals is what was in my head. Don't worry about it.
You said
Final
you
stretch.
had the last bit you
Final
wanted
stretch.
to
I
get through.
promise.
We're still in the old war. We're gonna get to the new war.
Listen,
How old is this war? Like, how's it long been going? Do we know?
it's pretty old. It's been going on for a fucking minute.
Okay, so it has been like a minute.
The general
Well, he
gist.
just said about 100 years.
100 years?
So
Yeah,
it's probably hundreds
general gist
now.
that I got was at least there's 100 that the Warframe / Tennos are winning for.
Kicking
Before
ass.
that, there's probably another 100, 200 years.
It's been
give or-
200 years.
It's a galactic scale war. You got to
That's fair.
consider the time scale kind of expands when you're talking about between planets
That's
and
fair.
stuff.
Hey, those kids were in the void for at least a couple weeks, you know?
Yeah, I mean, or a couple days, or maybe years, but it depends. And also, we don't know because
Time's
doesn't
differently,
time
man.
doesn't work in the void. To be totally honest,
It's a fourth dimensional space.
as the Orokin were feeling a little comfortable, finally settling in, like, yeah, we got the Warframes, we got this shit on lock.
Let me guess, they messed it up.
No, well, what do you mean by that?
They probably did something that fucked up their own war.
Not strictly.
Okay, do tell.
They implies that multiple people did it. In fact,
One guy. We got one guy.
they were betrayed by an attack from within.
Nice.
While I could go really in depth, again, as I said, I don't want to get bogged in the weeds. Let me know if you want more details. I do know more about this. I'm just going to kind of skate across the top. A double agent, kind of, who used to be Margulis's partner, the execution guy,
Oh,
the
yeah,
ex-boyfriend.
remember him. What's his name?
God willing, did I write it? Tell me I fucking wrote it here somewhere.
You got to give us a name.
I know he's got a double letter in his fucking name. What's up with Margulis? What's going on, Margulis? You got me a bestie? Who murdered you? Who murdered Margulis?
Sentient Nash? No.
Ballas.
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 Yes.
AKA Ballas Orokin Executioner.
That's
Yes.
that's the title.
That's his job.
Fuck yeah.
A man of extreme narcissism, egomania, and megalomania.
So what did he do?
Ballas desires to control and bend others to subservience.
Same.
Despite claiming to love Margulis, Ballas only treated her with abuse as if she were his trophy. Hilarious.
Calm down.
Not hilarious.
Calm down,
Terrible,
Ballas.
terrible, awful person. I want to clarify.
Calm down,
that
Ballas.
was
Just
that
because
was
he
a
rejected you
reflex.
doesn't mean you need to kill her.
Well, I will say he does get mad about it. He's annoyed that
He seems
she
like
got,
seems like the kind of guy who would.
but he's annoyed that she got executed.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's fair.
okay.
Well, okay. To be clear as well, saying, and it was her ex that did the executing is like, wow.
Mhm.
But if he,
It's his job,
if
actually.
it's his job,
Yeah.
It's his literal
executing,
job.
It's not.
It's not as bad.
Yeah.
If he's the public executor, it's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
It's worse than normal execution, but it's kind of
It
his job.
sucks, but it's not bad in that. You know what I mean?
He really put the X in execution.
Yeah.
Doctor, I can't execute this patient. He's my son. Who's the executioner?
The doctor's it's his mother. Yeah, we'll get
Let's
it.
go.
Okay, real
That's
master.
Such a fucking
Keep going.
stupid bit. No, I got a vamp for too long.
Ballas, what's he doing?
Ballas is a double agent. He worked. Okay, I'm skating over details. Warframe people, don't at me. I'm not bothering with this shit. Margulis's ex-partner, Ballas, worked to transform, wait for it, the Sentience leader's daughter.
Okay.
Sure.
The leader of the Sentient is a massive fuck-off guy who's chilling in
Yep.
the oceans of
That's fun.
Saturn, I think.
I thought they couldn't breed because they came back to the thing. Did he make her before
They
she came
figured
to?
out that the stuff that they use for the transfer, like the stealing bodies ritual, it's called Kuva. It's like a red sort of material, can actually give them back their breeding ability.
Sick.
And also, they had kids before they came back through the
Yeah.
solar rail. They're robots.
He's got a daughter. Don't worry about
He's got
it.
a daughter.
Yeah. So
It's a
he wants-
robot. You're not worried. You're not a little.
It's a
Matt,
It's
Matt,
a
he already said.
bio-robot.
He already said. Just bear with me. We got to get
It's a
through this.
bio-robot. It's a bio-robot. Don't worry about it.
Yes. So he wants to
Transform
take the daughter.
the Sentience leader's daughter,
Yep.
who has the specific ability in the Sentience of being a mimic. Being able to transform her appearance into anyone and
Fuck yeah.
anything.
Sure, she's doppelganger. Sure.
He manipulates her to create a fake Margulis to replace his dead ex-girlfriend.
Wow. Okay.
For what
So
purposes?
he wants to steal the
Why do
daughter
you
of.
think?
Yep.
Does he want to fuck her?
No!
Okay, well that's.
What the fuck was Margulis doing?
Oh yeah, controlling the children.
Correct.
But yeah.
So he who controls the wife controls
Controls the mother.
He who controls Space Mom, real nickname, controls the kids.
Yeah, that's true. And controls the universe.
Correct. He's a complicated person. The daughter, who he brainwashes, becomes a being called the Lotus, a sort of motherly figure to the Tenno, continuing Margulis' role,
Sure.
and is a big force throughout the games. She has some complicated moments, but they are not important to this particular setup because it's to do with story missions down the line. Don't worry about it.
Entirely fair.
She does not remember her sentient robot goals. She was brainwashed by Ballas to fully believe that she is something. I genuinely could not nut this out because it was 6 a.m. by the time I was writing this, and I was like, I gotta wrap this shit up. So she believes that she is the mother of the Tenno, I suppose.
That's fair. He got that. What is it? Hypnosis down.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
she does have a vaguely Orokin appearance, so it's not out of the question to say that she believes that she is genuinely Margulis and is taking care of her kids.
I mean, it's been so long. The kids have just probably accepted the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Lotus is a big force during the game. She has some sorry, I'm trying to ramp over this bit. Lotus takes control of the Tenno by using their sort of communication system to contact all of them and present herself as Margulis. The Tenno all go, cool, Mum, thanks. Thanks for talking to us again.
Fuck yeah.
Through a very long plot that doesn't particularly matter because it's a bunch of fucking Star Wars-esque, double maneuvers, backtrack, and sneaking around bullshit. The Tenno are put into position in the Warframes in various places throughout Orokin society, And at the same time, whether that is literal or metaphorical, not clear. It's the beating of the drums. They do it all in time, in rhythm. They murder all of Orokin leadership at the same time.
Okay.
Good plan.
Ballas essentially said, hey, fuck you guys for killing my wife. My girlfriend. I don't
Making
even
me
know.
kill my wife.
Making me kill my wife.
X, yeah.
That's horseshit, actually.
Yeah.
You all need to die.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
I have more
finally.
respect for this Ballas guy now.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy. You should not respect him.
I said
Nonetheless,
more.
More respect. Okay, sure. At the same time, due to miscommunication and some other things as well, the sentience big boss is also killed by an explosion. They got him. That's just it.
The Warframes finally got to him?
Again, long and complicated. Basically, yes.
Sure.
They blew
Sure.
him up.
Yeah.
Everyone in the Orokin, once Lotus takes control of the Tenno, she just instantly is like, cool, I have total control over the most advanced fighting force this system has ever seen. I'm going to put them everywhere and have them murder everyone in leadership all at the same time. Let's get it.
She was just saying, these people are so fucking bad at their job. I'm going to show them how to do it. I'm going to do it in one fell swoop, kill everyone.
Exactly.
She's just showing how it's done.
The entire system, because of this, is left a ruinous battleground with no winners. Apart from the Corpus, because they became a war machine and started selling arms to both sides and everyone
Nice.
who would ask. They
Oh,
made
fucking
fucking
hell.
bank,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
War profiteering. You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was.
We had to
They're
tick all
money
the boxes.
obsessed. It's fucking America.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Corpus.
So funny. I just found it so funny because there's this big dramatic moment where they're like, the Orokin are dead. The sentients are destroyed, are taken away, have no idea what they're doing. And also, these guys are here. It's like, they've just been chilling.
Yep.
We didn't need to keep fighting. They could have stopped it right here.
Well, but also they're like, well, the sentients are here to kill the Orokin. The Orokin are defending themselves against the sentients. We're good? We can just chill.
Yeah.
And the Grineer weren't being super effective, so they kind of ended up doing sort of the same thing. They kind of just chilled to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them got out of the way, let the two big forces blow each other up,
Yeah.
and now have a kind of blank slate to work with.
Fair.
With the end of the Old War, the Lotus then used her now immense collective power to put the moon, Lua,
Sure.
into the void.
Okay.
She opens a massive void gate, hides it from any further sentient or Orokin meddling, anyone who might be left over. She's not fucking risking it.
With all the kids.
All the kids in the reservoir, in their little pods, shove them in the fucking void. Put them away. No one can get them here. Hide them.
Nice.
Putting the moon
Yep.
in another dimension, I'm sure will be
Goated.
fine for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moon, by the time of the game, literally is a myth.
That's
They're like, oh
Fuck
shit,
yeah.
that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Which, fair enough.
How long ago is it again?
Like a couple thousand, 100 to 1,000 years.
Okay, yeah.
Probably min like 300 max.
So the war is over.
5,000.
There's no one fighting anymore.
No one's fighting.
Okay,
The two
great.
main battle forces at the same time got fucking yoinked.
Oh, great.
So yeah, the Warframes. The other thing that she does as she pulls Lua into the void, she calls her children, the Tenno, to recall from their Warframe bodies.
Yeah, makes sense.
And to retreat back into the void to come to rest. Most of them do. The Warframes. This part's not clear to me because the Warframes are sometimes referred to as sentient, sometimes not. I think that at this point they're essentially just exosuits.
Sure.
For all intents and purposes, fall silent, becoming stone statues littered around the galaxy. A couple of them don't. Some of them continue to go out and vibe because
Sure.
they're free-willed beings and they do what the fuck they want. I'm not going to do what you tell me, Mom.
I mean, some of them were being captured. So I'm sure there was a few out there.
100%. It's also, I mean, you also have to consider, though, the Warframe doesn't have to go anywhere. The Tenno just kind of unlocks from that
Yeah.
mental connection and just, like, fucks back to the moon.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the end of the Old War, they put in the moon, tells the Tenno to leave their body, come back and rest. The Warframes fall silent, and the Tenno return to their dreaming state, waiting for the next time they would be called upon. Quickly, the aftermath. The war is now more or less over.
Yes. Thank God.
The bystanders are left to pick up the pieces. The oppressed people underneath the Orokin Empire are free to do what they please, and they did as they pleased. The most surprising glow-up was from the Grineer, who now, with no masters to please, reclaimed their cloning facilities, ships, weapons, and became the Grineer Empire, cloning
Fuck
themselves now.
Okay, no.
Fuck yeah.
They just, well, it's their way of reproduction. They can't reproduce as, you know, they're infertile by design.
Yeah.
So the cloning machines are kind of their way of getting it done.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
They came to serve under two leaders called the Twin Queens, which, my question, did they just reprogram the loyalty module to worship these guys instead? Maybe. At least, you know, they're clones, right?
What?
Physically they are. But technically one is an Orokin who used the body transference thing to yoink a body of a clone so that they could control the Grineer.
Incredible.
It's so good. The fucking Grineer.
So one is and one isn't?
Listen. Yeah, exactly.
That's funny as well.
The other one who isn't is like hyper disabled, which terrible. She's not able to take control or power, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, say what you will about the Orokin, slime other cockroaches.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were all gone, not all of them, just still some around.
Just the
I
ones that were in
believe that they're with the
Yeah.
major players. I think it's like, you know, the janitor's not going to get targeted, but also they wouldn't be an Orokin if they were a janitor, so it might have been a scientist on like an edge world. It could have been a trader, mercantile, whatever the fuck it is.
All
Anyway,
the leaders.
There's a couple. The big guys who are doing the war are gone.
Yeah.
The Corpus began a series of very profitable salvaging operations, taking Orokin technology wherever they could find it. They, too, grew to control a fair part of the system and have an okay relationship with the Grineer as they trade their found technology for raw materials from the Grineer, who still love mining.
Fuck yeah.
The infestation, in its raw form, was left unchecked and quickly consumed whatever it could, taking abandoned ships and spreading from a Orokin labs that it was left in, as well as a biobomb that was let off during the war. Even managed to get an entire Martian moon.
Nice. Hell
They got
yeah.
the whole moon.
That's pretty
Whole
good.
thing's fucking infected. It's the nastiest looking piece of shit you ever seen.
That's incredible.
All is well. All is as nature should be.
Nature is healing.
So why the hell the game starting, guy?
Flashing forward some millennia to when the player starts the game, the Corpus and Grineer are somewhat evolved, grotesque versions of themselves. The Corpus, now a literal money-worshipping corporation, religiously following the idea of profit, and the Grineer, a brutal military force. Very much 40k space orcs, just like goo-goo head, like let's go punch some shit.
Yep.
The Infector have also taken over Eris, Pluto's further brother. It's about 3 times further out than Pluto, but somehow they got that fucking dwarf planet.
Nice.
Go the Infested.
Yep.
Go get some. And the, you know, that's the general state of play. It's just kind of a more progressed version of what we already saw.
Yeah, nice.
The Grineer have accidentally reawakened Smold Sentience. Not super important. It comes as the main quest, but it's not something we're concerned about. The thing we are concerned about is that a certain Grineer, a Captain Vor, the chicken-looking motherfucker who I showed you at the start of the first episode, is now hunting down Warframes, ensuring that they would not reawaken, and in the process, gaining the attention of Lotus, the mother, who begins to reawaken the Warframes because they're getting destroyed. Vor, you fucking idiot. You could have just let them sit around. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
And Vor's just like, actually, I'm going to execute these things before they become a problem. Lotus is at her PC. Is like, oh, they're going offline. Oh. Yeah, let's send, all of them. Reawaken. Fucking force upon the galaxy.
I can see why. You know, you might even think it's a myth at this point. So I just want to get rid of these things.
In the process, reawakening you. And that is the start of the game, with you being reawakened as Captain Vor attempts to try and grab your body. The Grineer captain trying to get you, you sleeping mutant child dipped in the void, who then is controlling the body of a metal person who... It's a nightmare.
Sure.
It's a nightmare all the way down.
Sick. Awesome.
I didn't even get time to talk about the finger engines, how Ulbricht and Trani is still alive in the year of our Lord 1999.
Who?
Or how God has cursed me because there is a new season drop that happened this morning at 6:30 a.m. How do we always pick the closest possible time to do an episode before more lore drops? Five Nights at Freddy's, Tekken, this. What the fuck?
We always slip in right before all the lore changes.
You know the worst part? I saw half of the video that they dropped this morning before they put it on private. And I don't know why, because I didn't see enough of the video. There was like a hot priest in it. I don't know what the fuck it was about.
Oh, no.
It was crazy. Anyway, there's
Who
also
was Ulfric?
demons.
You said Ulfric's alive? Who the fuck's that again?
Ulbricht and Tirani, the Orokin who discovered void travel.
Oh, yeah.
He's in 1999. He's got a cap now.
Nice. Nice.
He's got a cab?
A cap, like a baseball cap.
Oh, baseball cap.
Type in Albrecht Intrani, 1990, or Albrecht,
Albrecht, yeah. 'cause Albrecht up.
Albrecht, 1999.
Nice. Oh,
he's
yeah,
like
he looks
he's
cool
like
as
a cool
fuck.
guy now.
Yeah.
He's just a normal guy.
Yeah.
And finger engines. I'm so mad about finger engines, but we are kind of out of time.
Yeah.
Rough.
But that's okay. We can do the smooth.
It's not our longest episode.
Thank you, Blitz Bandit.
Thank you,
for
Blitz Bandit.
This request.
I genuinely, again, talked to my coworker, was like, is there anything funny? And they're like, nah. And I'm like, forgot to mention some stuff. There was some funny bits. There was some pretty weird bits.
That's an insane setup for a game. I don't even know what you'd be doing, I'll be honest. I can't even imagine what, unless stopping them from shutting you down,
I'll be honest, I'm going to put some rough main story spoilers for this game on these episodes because that's essentially what you're discovering.
Oh, you discover this history.
You discover this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of this lore only came out like 3 years ago.
That's
Yeah,
so
right.
people just didn't know about it. The
Some
Man
sick
in the
lore,
Wall,
though.
Wally's been around for a while. The fact that I came in here where it's like things are being explained and now we're starting to do goofy shit because we're bored is like, that's great. We're at the right point.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, thank you so much, guys. That was a really good overview, I think. I think I understand the universe, unless we're going to get about to get told that we understand nothing.
Oh, yeah, go for no, there's minutia. There's
Thank you so much to Blitz Bandit, who requests this episode on our Patreon as a prestige lawkeeper. And you can join our Patreon as a lawkeeper today at patreon.com/limbbythelaw. Thank you so much to our high lawkeepers, a Chunky Monkey and Josh Romaine. Thank you much to our prestige lawkeepers, American Recluse, Blitz Bandit, Bong the Bard, Metalhead Swifty, and thanks so much to our novice lawkeepers, Brianna, Dan Dubs, Hooligan, Jacob from Norway, Josh 2, Lidor, Leon, Loading Name, Luke Nukem, Mr. Cyberpunk, and Pansexual Pope from Pittsburgh.
Go the Pope.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, all of you. And you can join today and get access to mini little episodes. We do lore tidbits or lore leaflets where we talk about a small bit of lore each that can't really fit a full episode, but we love to talk about it anyway. You also get access to scripts, some reviews we do every now and then, and if you're high enough tier, you can request an episode like this one.
Yes.
Introduced to a random universe we've never even touched
You can
before.
bless it upon me.
Oh,
which
yes.
is the episodes we often get the most lore wrong-ish, but also the most fucked up because we never heard about it before.
It's an entertainment channel.
Yes, and if you enjoyed today's episode, go and give us a review and a rating in the below section. And for every star that you give us, a sentient will join you in battle.
Just for every star you give us is a grenadier who help you pick up rocks all day, build your house, a little bit of grenadier friends you have on your side.
Lovely Grenier friends.
Yeah.
Every star you give us is another rabbit hole I will go deeper torturing these guys, revealing lore that I could have revealed half an hour ago that I'm pulling all at once because it's fun.
And as Guy brings you down through the 5th rabbit hole, because of course you gave us 5 stars, he tucks you into bed and he goes, "Good night,
It's
my
better
little
than the bottom of the fifth
lawkeeper."
one.
And as the Lotus wakes you up out of your hyper sleep on the moon in the other dimension to once again take over these warframes and teach the galaxy what's what, you say good morning, and also join our Discord link down below to have conversations about this episode and more, and share with a friend.
And as you venture through the void, admiring as you walk past the interdimensionally linked finger engine taken from the man in the wall, which powers all of the railjack
I hate you.
ships.
Fuck
You can't be adding more shit to this
Fuck
part of the
As you
episode.
see Albrecht
Fuck you.
Intrani looking from 1999 before the reactor blows up in the time loop that occurs there as he's trying to avoid the original version of the Technocyte virus that turns people into CRT computers and other things, I say, sayonara Xenoblade.
Why Xenoblade?
I said timeline and I thought Xenoblade. Sayonara Warframe. Warframe. Oh, I'm in hell. No, I'm not in hell. This was delightful. This was so good.
So where's Wally?
Wally's in the wall.
He's in the
He's in the walls.
He's in my butt.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to Living by the Law. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave a review, tell your friends, and if you're feeling extra generous, become an official lawkeeper by joining our Patreon today. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Living by the Law. All links are in the description, and thank you in advance. We have been, and always will be, living by the law. Thank you for your company, and good night.